Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'm gonna share with you guys some of the things that I've purchased for February 2021. I am basically in winter mode in South Jersey, but March is like next week and that means spring is coming right around the corner. So I've been buying stuff since the winter time, but pretty soon, I guess in March, which is in the next week, I will definitely buy a lot more stuff because I am preparing for my spring fishing journeys. That's right. All right, so right behind me, I got a ton of stuff from different places. I'm gonna show you guys what I bought and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about these lures and what I'm gonna use them for. So if you guys are interested in buying some of those, I have left some links in the description below so you guys can buy them as well. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. But anyway, let's get back to the table right there and let's start talking about what I have purchased. It's gonna be fun. Alright, check out all these goodies. Didn't really order much this month. Was pretty busy with Lunar New Year. So for those who are celebrating Lunar New Year, happy belated Lunar New Year. But anyway guys, the first thing you guys can see here is Discount Tackle. Of course, most of the stuff I got here are from Discount Tackle, but I have gotten several things that wasn't from Discount Tackle, so we'll talk about those as well. But anyway, let me clear off this desk and I'm gonna reorganize and let's talk about the things that I've purchased, shall we? Flip the table. All right, fam, let's first start off with these here, VMC heavy duty Swimbait hooks. These are great hooks and it says heavy duty and because it is. Look how thick this thing is. Yeah, that's kind of painful, but very thick. It's great for snakeheads too because I have snakeheads around my area. But let me tell you guys a little bit more why I chose these two right here. Now, they're 1/8 ounce because we are going to be fishing mainly shallow waters in the springtime. So I wanted something light enough where I could still fish the bottom and drag it. So I wanted this weedless instead of, plain jig head. So I opted for these weedless swimbait hooks. Especially if I want to throw it near emerging spatter docks or logs and such like that. I got a 3/0 and a 4/0. For early season, I will prefer the 3/0 because I want the smaller swim baits. I'll be throwing swim baits that's about 2.5 inches to 3.5 inches. And yeah, you guys want to just match the hatch. So having both 3/0 and 4/0 will cover everything for you guys. Again, earlier spring, you want smaller hooks with smaller swim baits. And then as I progress through spring, you want to go for the bigger swim baits. Now, if you guys have mucky water, what you could opt for is Underspin swim bait hooks. And I got the Owner Flashy Swimmer right here. And this is gold Colorado blade because in the springtime, there will be a lot of rain. And rain will make the shallow water pretty mucky. So having gold and a Colorado blade is great for vibration and gold is great showing up in those murky water. And this is a 1/0 at 1/8 ounce. It's basically for my BFS bass fishing. So this could be fun, very fun throwing this small guy. So I am excited to throw this. And if you guys notice, I'm not gonna take it out of the package, but it's definitely a lot thinner when you compare the two. Alright, so the next one I want to talk about is this here, the Texas Eye Jig Head. This is from Z-Man. They teamed up with Eye Strike Fishing, and they created a lot of hooks for Z-Man because they're such a huge Z-Man fan. And I got one of these from one of my other packages, so I can show you guys this. Check this out. They come in many different sizes, weights, and also different color eyes. These are UV, so it's gonna glow with the sun beaming its light on it. As you see, this is like a swinging jig head, right? And it has a Texas rig style hook, but it has a little bait holder right back here. As you guys may know, Z-Man plastic doesn't do too well with some hooks, especially those worm hooks, like these style hooks here. But with Eye Strike Fishing, they created this little lead bait holder right there, will prevent them from sliding. So this is going to be great. The hooks are actually very thick too. And they actually use this for catching redfish in the Gulf. So it should be no problem catching snakeheads here because the snakeheads, they do crazy death rolls and they have strong jaws. It definitely looks pretty thick. Thick like this guy right here. Let's put them side by side for a second. Oh yeah, they're pretty similar. I think this guy might be just a little thicker, but it's very close. Very, very close. So yeah, you guys into Z-Man plastic, you guys definitely want to check out their hooks. Their hooks are definitely made for Z-Man. And if you guys want to get it from Eye Strike Fishing, they got plenty of hooks as well, and they sell them pretty cheap bulk. All right, so next thing I want to show you are these here. Some more stuff from VMC. This is their hot skirts. Now, I used to have a lot of these Crystal Flash Mylar type material. These are thicker than the ones I typically use. I use like I guess they call it the Crystal Flash, and this might just be regular flash size. And since I don't have these materials, I decided to buy some already tied to see how they work. I typically prefer using, hair, feathers, but I want to see how this goes. If it goes great, I'll be buying more materials and I'll tie some of these jigs myself. But yeah, these looks pretty good. Let me just open one packet for you guys. They sell them in different size. There's even 1/32 ounce for ice fishing folks, but I will be casting these on BFS Gears. These are 1/16, as you can see. It comes 2 in a pack. Look at that. It's like a pill style jig head. It's pretty flat, so it's gonna go through the water pretty good, pretty fast. And but it's kind of like an arrowhead if you guys look from this direction. Let me just get it focused. All right. So yeah, I got 2 different colors here. They're basically ultra UV, as you can see here. So when the sun beats on it, it's gonna shine brightly. Pretty cool. I'll be using this for primarily crappie fishing and trout fishing. 1/16 ounce seems like it'll be a lot of fun throwing on my BFS gears. I guess I could also throw plastic on it, but I'm gonna try it bare first and see how it goes, because most of my hair jigs I don't really put anything on it, but I would likely put some sort of a super duper finesse plastic on it, and it'll be a combo wombo. Let's go. All right, check these bad boys out. Fish head Primal Vibe. Catch the beast. This is a crazy lure. Look at it. It's a chatterbait and underspin. This is the lure that inspired me to create my wired version, my chatter underspin. So I definitely want to buy a couple of these just to play around with it and slay some fish this spring. That's why I bought them in very light colors. I got a 1/4 ounce and I got a 3/8 ounce. One in white, one in sexy shad. Let me just open one up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay. Look at that. So they have a flat blade right here, flat. A little different than my kelp bass blade that I use for my custom lures, but it's shaped the same way. Mine just curved up there, but it looks pretty promising. Looks like a pretty strong split ring here. I probably could catch some snakeheads with it. I'm bending this right here, and it looks like it potentially would bend out. So I may just stick strictly to bass and pickerel fishing with this guy here, and I may just up my game for my custom one for snakehead fishing. So yeah, I might just buy some thicker wires and just make my own for snakeheads. But yeah, these are definitely very cool, and if you guys want to use it to catch spring bass, stick with the lighter ones, because you'll be fishing primarily shallows with these, especially during springtime when they have those mucky waters. These flash and vibration will call those bass and pickerels out to bite. All right, so now I have a whole bunch of inline spinners. I love throwing inline spinners in the springtime because springtime, there's a lot of bait fish, and imitating bait fish is the key for catching early fish, okay? Especially in the shallows. Depending on what type of body of water you're at, shallow could be, 2 feet of water, or it could be 5 feet of water. So I have a whole variety of inline spinners here, and I want to point out this specific one here because my very first spinner was actually this in just a plain, I guess, white, silver body. So that's like a regular minnow color. But yeah, I haven't thrown one of these for, gosh, maybe 20-something years. And I saw it, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to go back to inline spinner and I want to spend some time on inline spinner, I got to throw the OG, which is this guy right here. And as you can see, there is actually a split ring here. All right, check that out. It's balsa wood. Okay, and good thing I have a split ring because I will be taking this hook out and swapping with some single hooks. The type of hooks that I typically use are these right here, the VMC inline singles, and I think this might be a good size for it. It looks like it's a good size 6, and likely the size 6 will work for all my other inline spinners. I'm not gonna go through all these spinners here because everybody body of water is a little bit different, but what I do like most about these Vibracts that they tell you what kind of water is used for. Like this is a deep runner, right? You can see that it has a very thin, narrow head right there, so that helps you cut through the water, right? And then you have this one right here for a mid depth. You can see it's bulkier, and the blade is a little different. Okay, it's a little wider versus this willow, so it kind of cuts through the water easier. And the shallow one right here, I'm assuming that it's not just because it's light, but with this style blade and everything like that, it will generate so much movement, it's just gonna keep it right in the shallow water. So yeah, this is perfect for me for, you know, my ponds and lakes around my local area, but I could also use it for trout fishing. And that's one more reason for me to switch over to inline singles, because trout got some delicate mouth. And if I don't plan on keeping trout, which I plan on going to like a lot more wild trout streams for those wild browns, and I am trying to target some brook. So yeah, I want to switch them all off to single hooks. There's going to be some of these, as you can see, there are no split rings, but I do have some split rings. Put some split rings on, and that should be good to go. So yeah, if you guys want to switch some hooks, I do recommend these inline singles. They are pretty cool. I just don't know if they're going to work really well for inline spinners, like this style hook. I may use a different one in the future. If you guys are into changing hooks out of your inline spinner, what type of hooks works best for you? I know these works great for my other hard baits, but I'm gonna try this out first. All right, the next two baits I'm sharing with you guys are really, really cool. This guy is sold on Discount Tackle. However, I bought this one on eBay. So yeah, don't worry guys, I will leave links where I purchased this one. But as you can see, I got some crawlers, all right, top water crawlers, and you guys should be getting some crawlers too for this season, because they've been saying this on the news. I don't know if you guys have been listening, but this year there should be a brood popping up all over the country for the next cycle of cicadas. You know, they're born underground, and they live underground for many, many years, and they all kind of come out, depending which generation they are, at that one same season. And apparently, based on the last time that they came out, well, scientists know, you know, what their life cycle is, and they say that this year is the year of cicadas. So if you guys want to throw some lures that will imitate these crazy creatures in the summertime, these are it. So let me open these up, and then we'll compare them, because I am excited to throw these. I never thrown this specific one here, but I've been throwing the Pompadour Jr. from Jackall, and I am excited to see the micro version on the water as well. But let me just get this one out here, because this one is a little different than the Pompadour stuff, the Jackall. And the first thing I want to point out is that this is actually hollow body, soft body. Look at that. See, I'm squeezing it. The wing is also plastic, okay, but it's harder plastic. I don't want to bend it too hard because I don't know if it's going to snap. I had some cheapos before that's lighter than this, and it didn't swim well, maybe because of the plastic wing, but I am playing around with the wings right now. It feels okay, so I can't wait to throw this. So it has a split ring right here, so I think it's going to help on the swim. By the way, for those who's not familiar with crawling baits, these actually go in the water, and it actually swims like this when you drag it through the top water, okay? Just like that. It looks like an Olympic swimmer, okay? A lot of people thought that, you know, these will go, you know, stay like this, and when you pull it, it's gonna open like that, and when you stop, it'll splash water out. That's not how it goes, guys. It doesn't do that. It's gonna go like that, okay? But yeah, this is pretty interesting. Treble hook in the front, treble hook in the back with some feathers. And I'm gonna read some specs off for you guys so you guys could see. 1.75 inch or 43 millimeters at 6 grams. Now, I've held a lot of cicadas in my past, and I feel like these small cicadas are approximately the right size. They might get a little bit bigger too, depending on what part of the country you're in, but around my area, this feels pretty good. Okay. Let's open the Pompadour Micro now. Micro Pompadour. Come on, get it out. All right, check out the sexy guy. Look at the color. So this guy, the whole body right here is hard body compared to this guy's soft body. Okay. Metal wings. Definitely noisy. You can hear the rattles. Okay. All right, slowly. Don't want to get impaled. Got a little prop at the end. Yeah, it's so hard to do this behind the camera. But yeah, have a little prop in the end to help generate some more commotion on top of water. But yeah, this guy also have a not a round split ring, but it's like an oval, as you see right here. But yeah, it's gonna go do like this. Okay. 6.5 grams and just a slight bit shorter, 42 mm, so you won't notice a difference here. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool. The back hook is very thin, and it's kind of like a frog hook. So you can slide it out, slide it back in. It doesn't come with a split ring, so if you guys replace hooks, you're gonna have to bring your own split ring, or buy a similar hook and just replace it. But yeah, be careful. I have the Pompadour Jr. and actually snapped one of the hooks off after I unhooked it from a twisting smallmouth bass. But yeah, this is fun. you guys want to get this, it's kind of pricey, but I think this might be one of the best out there. All right, the next thing I'm gonna show you guys is very cool. Check these jig heads out. These are tube jigs that Gilltek have made for me. They actually started selling these already, so it's a perfect time to talk about these. They basically made some of these and sent it to me to test out, but I didn't have time to test out. But I did look at it. I did rig it up on a tube bait to see how it looks, and it looks freaking beautiful. And I do have some tube baits here, so you guys can see. So I got some big bite baits here. I love to throw natural colors tube baits, but sometimes it's great to clash them and throw something on that actually is UV. And all these colors right here are UV. So once you plug this guy bad boy in, you will see that now the tail is bright green. Check that out. Crazy, huh? So yeah, if you guys are into throwing tubes, you guys want to check these out. Check out Gilltek. They're the only one that's selling these right now. So get them while it's hot. Trust me, it'll probably sell very, very quick when those smallmouth start to feed up like crazy. All right, the last set of lure I want to show you guys is from SS Custom Baits. SS Custom Bait is run by Snakehead Stalker, and he make all his baits specifically geared towards snakehead fishermen. And look at this. This hook right here is actually made for catching like freaking wahoo saltwater fish, man. It's very, very thick. Like you thought my hooks earlier was thick. Let me just bring that one hook back for you guys. You thought this heavy duty hook is thick from VMC. The small guy right here, look how much thicker it is. Super thick. Snakeheads are not gonna bend this hook out. In fact, they're not even gonna bend this wire out. Look how thick this wire is. Aye. Yes, guys, you heard that? I actually flicked it very, very hard, and I didn't expect it to be that crazy. But yeah, that kind of hurts really bad. This spinnerbait will not bend with the infamous snakehead death roll. So if you guys are interested in throwing spinnerbaits for catching snakeheads, spinnerbaits are great during springtime, especially with all the weeds are not out yet. So you could fish a lot of subsurface lures. And you could definitely throw this into emerging pads. There's a lot of spatter docks in our tidal waters and some of our lakes that have snakeheads. And they're going to be there. They're going to be there waiting for those baitfish that's swimming by, feeding up near the emerging plants because it's attract bugs. And you will catch those snakeheads using these guys here. And I have two of them. And different blade colors and different blade shapes. These are all custom made. So if you guys are interested in buying some of these lures from SS Custom Baits, all you do is reach out and give them the specs that you want, and they will build it out for you. But I am so stoked. I can't wait. I haven't thrown some spinnerbaits for a long time. I've been addicted to topwater fishing, but I'll be quite honest. Springtime, the best thing to catch snakeheads are subsurface. So I am going to be throwing a lot more subsurface this season. So which one of these items that you guys like the most? Leave me a comment below. And if you guys are interested in some of the stuff that I portrayed today, don't forget I've left links within the description. So if you guys have questions about these lures, feel free to leave me a comment as well. The fish don't wait. March is coming, which means spring is coming. Better get your tackle ready and get ready for some awesome spring bite. Peace out.